Welcome to the second episode of I Live for This Review, season 17, and I am one of your hosts, Trinity the Tuck.
And I am Chantel Sparkles.
And before we get into the review today, we want to remind you to go subscribe, like, and comment on each of the reviews for season 17, and you will be entered to win an exclusive merch package from me, Chantel. I Live for This Review, glitter bomb wigs, and some.
This is an example of one of the prizes that you'll win.
Yes.
Something, not exact, but you never know what you'll get.
Yeah. And some season 17 merch from some of the girls. I've already collected some things. We're working on some more. It's going to be a big prize. It's actually going to be bigger than what was given away for Dracula. So make sure you're liking, subscribing, and commenting on all of the posts. Are you ready to get into this? Because I'm really excited.
Yeah, I feel like this episode is getting more into, the nitty gritty. We're starting to hear more drama.
I'm seeing online, like, people are like either living or they're not living for this season. A lot of people are saying they can't connect to the girls this season.
Well, it's a bunch of teeny boppers.
I don't know about y'all. I am living. There is so much drama. We are being fed. It is reality TV, bitch. They are there to make good TV, and that is what they're doing. So, the episode opens up with Acacia saying she's going to rate a queen based on who she wants to lip sync against. Chantel, if you were in her situation, would you do the same?
What do you mean?
Would you rate a queen and basically
based on like who you want to lip sync against?
Yes.
I don't know, because I teeter back and forth, because you're always like, oh, if I ever go back to the show, I don't want to play fair. Like, I'm going to try to just, give good TV. But the way that she is playing is kind of messy. You know what I mean? Because after all this, she's going around the dressing room, and she's like, so what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, girl, worry about you. Like, if you were confident in your talent and what you had to bring, then you wouldn't have to go around and ask all these other girls what you're doing, Slay the lip sync, which we'll get to. She does, but that's a whole nother story. You know what I mean? But I don't think that I probably would rate people based on who I would want to lip sync against. I would rate fairly. That's just how I would be.
I am living for the drama. I'm living for.
It's good drama, but
I love it. If I ever go back on the show, I have played nice 3 times. I have played as fair as possible 3 times, and after watching Traitors and seeing how reality TV games should be played, girl, I am full on balls to the wall.
I think it's also different for you too, because you're already established. You know what I mean? You've put your imprint in the industry. Everybody knows you as fair Trinity, but also kind of, fierce and ready to read somebody. So we kind of know what you're getting.
Just read me for Phil.
What do you mean?
Kind of fierce.
Well, you know what I mean. But I feel like with somebody just going straight in as a newbie, being that way right off the bat, it's going to leave a bad taste in America's mouth.
Yeah. Well, I've heard you've left lots of bad tastes in men's mouths, but that's...
Girl, stop. I eat pineapple every day, bitch.
Well, Corey is going around kissing ass to get votes, and girl, again, this is another strategy to play the game. I'm living. I think that you kind of have to campaign. You kind of have to barter with people. You kind of have to be like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your nuts. And, hopefully that later on in the season, you can pay them back for helping you out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would you do that? Would you go around...
I don't know, because I wouldn't be... I think that, like, if you're just authentic and genuine, people are going to like you regardless. You know what I mean? True. You think?
I know, girl. I've done the show 3 times.
Well, I think with Rate a Queen, the girls are just going to get you out if you're fierce,
Right.
So I guess you would have to kiss ass.
Like, you also have to take into consideration you may be playing fair, but if everybody else is not playing fair, why the fuck are you playing fair?
Yeah.
You gotta. This is a game. You gotta look out
Yeah.
for yourself. You know what I mean? First.
Yeah.
That means create alliances. That means use whatever you got. That means,
Well, that's the thing too, is these people are creating alliances with people they shouldn't be creating alliances with.
well, with Rada Queen, it doesn't even matter like if somebody's good or not because everybody's vote's equal. So
Yeah.
right
I
here,
just think that
you got to
I
lie.
don't know.
Girl, I'd be lying. I'd be like,
Girl, if someone sent me home and I knew damn gonna well I was fierce, we'd be fighting.
girl, I would go, oh, Joella, oh, yes, I will make this alliance and save you later. And then, next thing you know, whoops.
Right. But
So,
girl, trust. If somebody was to send me home first, knowing damn gonna well how fierce I am, no ma'am, we'd be
well, girl,
fighting.
I mean, that's why they would send you home.
Yeah, but girl, RuPaul better watch out. Letting these bitches do that.
You know what? I am living, like I said before, I'm living for all the drama. I feel like every single one of these girls is shady. Like,
Yeah.
even the nicest girl is shady. Everybody's shady. Everybody's a mean girl. It's a season of villains.
I'm
Like,
ready for it. Honestly, I'm so tired of the let's kiss everybody's ass. Let's be, you know what I mean? I know that I kind of said I would be nice, but do you see me as a nice girl?
uh, I see you as a fair girl. I don't. I think that you'll be just like how you are on here,
Yeah.
very blunt. So all of the 12-year-olds, because let's be real, everyone on this cast except for Lexi is under the age of 10,
Which they
and
keep calling her grandma.
they keep calling her Lexi, like the old lady, auntie,
And
grandma.
she's only like what, 32?
She's 33. Girl, my first season, I was 31. Also,
Correct.
before, I was 33.
I'm
So,
gagged.
yeah, I'm like, girl, 33 is not old,
It's
girl.
not.
She is still a baby.
Bitch, I'm 36 and I'm over here watching this. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, girl. I mean,
Decrepit.
that's
Old.
that's why you can barely do the splits these days, honey.
I can't.
Girl,
Girl, she had stopped all that.
girl.
They gotta roll me in a wheelchair.
But I'm living. Well, immediately the girls have to get ready because, girl, it goes into the episode. Let's pull up on uh, RuPaul's Drag Race Instagram and look at what RuPaul comes down the runway in. And I already know it's this blue flowy gown with a high slit, and she has like this really pretty short fluffy wig, but it's like still kind of styled. Her makeup is impeccable. This is one of the best dresses she's had in a while. I think she looks absolutely incredible. This is a great pussy to Mama Ru.
I didn't get to see the full dress whenever they were talking, because they always kind of show her from the waist up and she's talking. I didn't get to see the full body. But looking at the dress itself now, I can see all the fabric that they use, and this is really nice. It's really gorgeous.
Yeah,
Blue also looks gorgeous on RuPaul. She's always giving me Elsa when she does like the icy hair with the blue dress and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, this is a great pussy. It looks expensive. It's gorgeous. Um, I like it.
yeah. Moving on to Michelle. Is she an old lady or is she a pop star? And I have opinions. Why don't you go first?
To me, she reminds me of one of the Cheetah Girls.
In retirement.
Stop. What are you talking about?
I feel like the bodysuit is giving pop star, but that hair, girl, the
I
hair,
can't see what the hair looks like. I don't remember what it
hair
was.
is old lady wig, bitch. I will say her makeup is stamped as usual. She looks gorgeous. So I'm torn, half and half, from the hairline up, old lady, from the hairline down, pop star.
So, do you remember exactly what the hair was though? Because to me, it looks
It's
just
like
like a
one of her,
ponytail.
like the curl bun, like poof thing that she always puts on top of her head. It's like it's not quite a loaf, but it is kind of a loaf.
I like it. To me, it's kind of pinup style, especially with the cheetah print. It's a full bodysuit. Like it don't look, cheap. It looks well put together. She looks painted. I like it. She looks like a pop star.
Okay, cute. I want to look at the runways. I'm trying.
Did we skip the whole Lucky and Arietti having this relationship going on?
I thought we kind of touch base on that during the first episode, but if you have thoughts and opinions, go ahead and
Well, I feel like it's more prominent now. Like they're all like
dissing each other.
going back and forth. And girl, Lucky Arietti says, "Girl, Lucky could paint all over me."
There was something that she said in the confessionals about, oh, she said Lucky could get it. And I was thinking to myself, girl, that was such a missed opportunity. You could have been like, Lucky could get lucky.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like a
it's
double.
one of them jokes though that it's so like common, like in your face that it
Yeah,
like flies over your head.
yeah. And she is one of those like pretty dumb girls. But I will say, I met Arietti at DragCon on the way to the airport to come home out of drag. And she was kind of standoffish at first, but I think that was because she was a little nervous, just didn't know people. And we hung out the entire 2 hour ride back to the airport, and then through the airport through security we went to the lounge together. I got to know her. Very, very sweet. Was not expecting that, and I really liked her.
Yeah,
I also got to meet, who is the little tiny twink, Beetlejuice.
she's
Beetlejuice.
oh Lydia.
Lydia. I met
Yeah,
her on the way to DragCon from the airport, and she's also
mm,
very sweet. So, yeah.
cute.
So far, no monsters in person.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go to drag.looks on Instagram. Go follow them. They allow us to use some of their screenshots, and we're gonna start in their order. Which first up is, and remember that the runway theme is it cake? Up first is Lexi Love, and Lexi comes out in this very colorful bodysuit. It almost gives me the stripes of like when a TV segment ends, like how it used to in the 80s.
oh yeah, where all the colors and stuff are on the TV.
Yeah, and like part of the background of the bodysuit looks almost like the gray static.
Yeah,
She has like a TV with like a hologram in front of her face, and then
which
she
that was
turns
epic.
around. Um, it's like cut out, kind of like what Prince has. Um, what do you think?
I love it. The only thing that I was kind of like, oh, was she did an MTV themed in the last episode. So to
Mhm.
do it back to back, I was kind of like, come on now. But dissecting and looking at the look itself is fierce. The fact that like she had that hologram on the TV, I
Yeah,
was gagged because like I had to pause it. I was like, let me see how this thing was made. It was fierce.
yeah,
Um, love everything about it. I love the color blocking. Like you said, everything that you covered was exactly what I said too. Is fierce. I gave it a great pussy.
yeah. I think when people come to the show, they don't know what order the runways are going to be. It just so happens that those were back to back.
Yeah,
Um, but I thought this was fierce. I thought this
yeah.
was so creative. I thought it was innovative. I wish we could have seen her face more, but even without that, it just was so really cool, really
Yeah,
outside of the box.
I like that she's also not scared to step outside of the box.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm also going to give this a great pussy. Up next, we have Lydia Butthole Collins, and she comes out in this roughly red satinish dress. And then when she turns around, she has a black thong and spikes over her little booty. I'm gonna give my opinion. Overall, I do like the look. I think it's cute. Um, a couple of things. She says she made it herself. It does in the back kind of look homemade, but from the
Yeah,
front, it does look pretty good. Like I'm not mad about it for it to be like a homemade garment. I wish that the thong was red. I wish that the hem that it goes underneath the butt was straight because it's like asymmetrical, and I don't think it was meant to be asymmetrical. And um, I absolutely hate this fabric. It looks, not only is it satinish, I think it's like the cheapest kind of satin you could. Like Party City when they have like the satin capes for like vampires and stuff.
yeah,
Like the cheapest of the cheap. That's
yeah,
what this is. It's like lining fabric. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that does take it down a couple of notches. I was gonna say good pussy, but because of the technicalities of things, I'm going to say hit it and quit it.
Yeah, I agree too. I didn't really get. I get you're trying to do cakes and you're showing your cakes, but the back looked a little messy. It didn't look
Yeah,
polished. When she said she had made it though, I was really impressed because I was like, okay, she did all the draping and the rouging and bunching and stuff in the front. It looked really cool. I wish that she would have done a lot more of the fabric just to like make it look more like grand and extra. But as far as the structure in the front, it's impressive that she made it. There is a few things like maybe up here with the boobs.
right.
They're a little weird how they look.
Yeah.
But all in all, I thought this was impressive that she made it. The back does need some editing. Um, exactly what you said. I still gave this a good pussy though
Yeah. Okay.
because she had made it.
Yeah. One thing about Lydia is she's mentioned a couple of times this episode that she doesn't like boring drag, and she's equating that to pageant drag or like
Ew.
Sam being country drag. And one thing I want to, as somebody that's been in this business for over 20 years, I've traveled the world, I've seen tons and tons of drag. There is room in this business for everybody. At this point, we shouldn't really be saying somebody's drag is boring just because it's not like your drag. Um, I would also like to play devil's advocate and say, girl, we've seen her drag a million times too. Like
Yep.
she's acting like she's some innovative queen. Girl, she's not shown anything that we have not seen on Drag Race already. At this point, nothing is original. Everybody has done everything. There's very few surprises anymore, and so far, she's bored me.
Yeah,
Move
I think the
on.
stuff that she's bringing too is like it seems like she's almost try hard. Like she's trying to be different, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's just coming off where we've seen it
yeah.
and it's
See,
also
the thing is I do like visually, I do like Lydia's drag.
yeah.
Like most of it, not her entrance. Her entrance was awful. But most of the stuff, I do like her drag. I do like that it's different, but it's not something we haven't seen. It's not something innovative.
Yeah.
You can't compare her drag to Sam's drag to Lana's drag to Lexi's drag. They're all different kinds of drag.
Right.
And so doesn't make either better. For me, I look at the details. And to me, her outfit was messy. Now, I know that she says that that's kind of her thing, but
There's got to be a fine
I feel
line.
like if you're in a competition, you're being judged on all of those criterias. And competitions are like pageants.
Mhm.
And it's, the details, she just doesn't have the details, or the details are kind of messy. Anyway, moving on to Lana Jarre, and she comes out in this emerald green uh, gown, and it's like a cheetah print. And when she turns around, it laces all the way down, bitch. I was shocked how much booty this little skinny queen has for her size. I was like,
Yeah.
oh. And I was watching the pit stop, and someone, I can't remember if it was Monet or if it was Georges, was asking, because there's no thong and you can't see any duct tape, where do you tape it?
I was wondering the same thing.
I can, because in my red latex outfit that I wore on All Star 7 that I made, mine laced up down the butt. What I did was I taped everything flat to the front inner thigh. So that way I didn't have to worry
Oh.
about anything showing in the back.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what she did, but that was what I did.
Hmm.
Um, Overall, I like the look. Does it blow me out of the water? No. Does she look pretty? Yes. I'm gonna say good pussy.
Yeah, when she walked out, the first thing that I had clocked was the modeling. the modeling was kind of awkward. And I get, when you have the fabric going all the way to your feet, it's really hard to walk in that.
Yeah.
But I'm not just looking at how you walk with your feet. I'm looking at how you carry your arms, your shoulders are poised, all those different things. When you're walking out on the show, it's like what you said. They're looking at all the details.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking, do you know how to model a garment?
Yeah.
And so for me the modeling was a little messy, but the dress itself beautifully constructed. That's really hard to make. I was clocking the lacing in the back.
Yeah.
Now I went and did my research. I went and saw the designer that made it, and he showed what the garment looked like. The lacing on hers when she modeled it stopped right at the right above the knee, and she tied it,
Uh,
and then she started lacing it again all the way down for the rest. So there was almost like a gap where the lacing was, but the designer himself, when he made it, it was laced all the way down. So that gap too was a little like it was a little weird for me.
Now, I will say from inside T, like knowing being on the show, she obviously can't lace herself up in this. So
Yeah,
this is going to be that what you're talking about is the fault of the PAs that are backstage that are helping the girls.
right. But I would have told her like when you do a corset and you go all the way down, there's a way to tie a knot to that
Mhm.
other piece of the other thing. What do you call it?
The
So it meets it together. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And there we have mirrors. So like if you don't have if you're not looking in the mirror to look at the backside when it is all about cakes,
yeah,
then that's a problem. But all in all, I thought the look was really pretty. Her makeup is always stamped. Gorgeous. I gave this a hit it and quit it just because of the details.
yeah. Okay. Moving on, we have Ariete, and Ariete comes out as this metallic space age fashion. It's like a mini dress, and when she turns around, it has a rhinestone booty hole burst. What do you think?
I have questions.
Okay.
Girl, what is going on with this butthole?
Uh,
Girl, what is going on with this butthole?
and it. She's an alien.
Mama. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You don't like the butthole?
I don't like the butthole. The rest of the outfit I thought was really pretty. The fabric is a little bunchy in the front because it's not really fitted correctly, but all in all, I still think it's an impressive garment. It's hard to make those arms like that. The hair is immaculate. The way when she turned around, you could see how they had that line go across the back of the hair to hide the seam of how the hair comes up.
Yeah.
It's just really, really well constructed and put together. She looks amazing. I thought this was a good pussy.
Yeah, I love this. The butthole doesn't bother me as much because, like, if I kind of look at it like, okay, she's an alien, so anything's possible with anus thing is possible with aliens, not the Dasani. But
Speaking of buttholes,
butthole. But I really like this. I think I really like the sleeves. I love the hair. I love her makeup. And I
yeah, her
thought this was
makeup,
great. I thought this was really, really great. I am gonna personally say great pussy.
fierce.
Moving on to um, the next one that we're gonna judge is Sam Starr. She comes out in a dress that looks like a wedding cake, and when she turns around, it looks like the whole slice of the cake has been taken out, and it actually looks like the layers of cake. You and Ethan actually made this. And,
Yeah, so you had sent her to me because she asked you in the beginning. She was like, "Hey, do you know who could make this kind of dress?"
right.
And you were like, "Go to Chantel and Ethan because they do cosplay and stuff like that." And so when she came to me, I was a little scared. I really was because I was like, I've never done something this structured before.
Yeah.
So obviously, me and Ethan had to do a lot of like work to try to figure it out, but we
And
ended
this
up
was
getting it.
almost a replication of what designer again? Because they did like a whole.
I think it's Moschino.
Okay. Um, but I was looking at the pictures of the reference, and this looks almost identical to those, which is
Yeah.
fierce.
I did have this conversation with her when she came to me prior to getting on the show with this look. She had said, she's like, I want to do all white. And I was like, are you sure you don't want to do like red accents on the cake to do like red roses and stuff like that and then maybe like a red velvet cake in the back just to have that dimension because when the spotlight hit her dress, it completely whited out all the details. All in all, I thought it was a good pussy. I
Yeah,
thought honestly it was a great pussy just because I feel like a lot of the girls, and this is no shade, I feel like a lot of the girls just showed their ass. And she did that, but she also was like, girl, I'm going to give them cake literally and be creative about it,
yeah,
plus show my ass.
yeah. So the dress is impeccable. She looks really pretty. There's a couple of things I wish. I wish that the veil in the back was a slightly shorter, so it didn't interrupt the flow of the cake and the like her butt line.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, you already clocked it. The fact that it's all white, you miss out on so many details because I got to see this in person and it is so detailed. It literally looks like a real cake up close.
Bitch, I didn't even know how to like decorate cakes. I had watched a YouTube video and I was like, how the fuck am I going to do this? And magically I became a cake decorator.
Yeah. And so because she didn't listen to you and it is all white, I'm gonna say this is a good pussy because it could have been a great pussy had we seen those details. But
Yeah.
it's still good. Yeah. Moving on, we have Acacia Forgot, and Acacia comes out in this period dress.
Girl, what the fuck?
I think it's like supposed to be like Elizabethanish, maybe. I don't really a farm girl. I don't know. Um,
Give us your opinion.
yeah, I'll give you my opinion. It's awful. This is ugly. Everything's ugly. All of it's ugly. I hate this. Um, the best thing about this whole entire thing is when she turns around and Miss Acacia has some cakes.
Oh, big ol' ass.
Girl, she got a big, pretty booty, and she's pretty out of drag.
She's also very attractive out of drag. I tell Ethan, I'm like, okay,
Yeah, she's very
okay.
pretty out of drag. So that does give her a little bit of points in the costume department because she has great legs, she has a pretty butt, and the whole point of this was eat
Cakes.
the cake. And girl, she got the cake naturally, I think.
Yeah.
But the look is awful. I was gonna say lawnmower, but because of her having a nice physique and girl is part of the girl is cake. Um,
Because she had a nice old fat ass, I'm
yeah,
gonna give her a great pussy.
no, because she got a nice old fat ass, it's not gonna be a lawnmower pussy, but it's still a bad puss.
Oh, okay. So bad pussy it is.
Yes, bad pussy.
What would you do with this look? Because I'm sure the fans want to know. What would you do with this look to improve it?
Throw it away,
I would too.
girl. Throw it away.
Nothing about this is savable.
Came out in a jock strap, girl. And I would have loved that more than this. This is awful. Like the colors are sad, the shape is sad. It's very matronly, and girl, it's made out of satin. Girl, I fucking hate satin.
Girl, the fabric too, like it's like a time period dress, but there's no structure to it.
Girl,
She's having to hold it out.
you're holding it out, honey. What do you give it,
All about this is I'm gonna say lawnmower pussy.
girl? Well, it is in the garden, so it needs to be lawn mower down, sweetie.
Hmm.
We're
Trim that shit.
moving on up. We have Jules Sparkles, and Jules comes out in a pantsuit, bodysuit thing that one side is the Puerto Rican flag and the other side is the Cuban flag. And go ahead and give you your opinion.
I'm gonna say hit it and quit it.
Yeah,
Just because I feel like the back of it, the butt part, don't even look like a star. It's baggy in the crotch. I mean, we both, even when she was talking to me, she's like, it's not that great. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So I'm sure her hearing this too, she's gonna be like, girl, I agree.
I first want to say, look at her makeup.
Oh, stunning.
Look at her makeup. Girl, why has she stopped doing color in her crease? This, she looks so warm. Like her face looks warmer.
Yeah. Well, I think she's painted in general, like darker for the
Yeah,
show.
she's got more paint on. This looks more Latina for me.
Yeah.
The way she's painting now makes her look very whitewashed. She looks very Caucasian-ish the way she's painting now, and
Yeah.
with just the graphic liner. I really like this paint because I do think color can help you warm up your face,
Yeah.
and that is what she's doing. Also, she don't really often do a color lip, and her in this red, deep red lip looks fantastic. The hair, girl, she looks absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
That being said, I agree with you. The fit on this is awful. It's not exciting. I love the concept of doing the half and half flag. She showed me the sketch, and the sketch was fierce.
She also had different hair for it.
Well, she was supposed to have a hair wrap and a panty that went along with this with something else too that was
Oh.
not delivered to her. Yeah, I also I just don't think there's much to this for it to be exciting. Like this to
Yeah.
me is like a meet and greet. I don't think that this is like a runway, an epic runway look. I'm also agreeing with you, and I'm gonna say she looks gorgeous. So
Yeah,
that
I'm so happy and proud of her, but she looks amazing,
yeah,
but
it's a hit it and quit it.
yeah.
Moving on to Corey King. Corey King comes out in this rose pink ensemble. It's very like cabaret, Broadway ish. And fun fact, this used to be Monet Exchange costume from a tour she did. It's like the actual one.
Mhm.
Um, she rips off the skirt, she takes off the jacket, and reveals, oh, she's a padded queen. That's her padded ass. Um,
Yep.
what do you think?
Um I really wasn't impressed.
Yeah,
Just because when she was like, "This is Monet Exchange's costume," and she was just like really showing it with pride and stuff. I don't think that you should go out saying, "Hey, I'm wearing all this stuff." Da 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 da. I mean, I teeter back and forth. So like, there's a part of me that's like, and part of me is like, okay, it's sweet that they let you borrow the stuff, but I think for this challenge itself, it was a little underwhelming.
yeah,
Like it's just a bodysuit, or not even like a leotard with a like a button-up shirt.
yeah. What do you give it?
So I gave this a hit it and quit it.
I like the costume for a costume, like for a show,
Absolutely.
for a specific number. Totally get it. Totally get it. For this runway, it just makes absolutely no sense. Like
Right.
you're revealing to like a swimsuit cut in the back, and that's supposed to be let them eat cake. It showed no effort to me. It showed
Right.
I have this, and I'm just gonna wear it for this. Um, I will commend her, girl. This bitch pads immaculately.
Oh, and
And
she knows her proportions.
her tights, and not just her tights, but her breastplate match her skin to a T. To a T, bitch. I really like Corey King, but um, for the fact of what this runway is supposed to be for and what this look is, I'm gonna say bad pussy.
Damn.
Yeah. Moving on. Next up, we have Crystal Envy, and Crystal comes out as the little girl from the sunscreen commercial with the dog that's like pulling at her swimsuit bottoms. Um, it's obviously like an airbrush bodysuit, and she's got the silhouette of the dog. Um, I'll give you my opinion since she went first last time. I think she looks absolutely stunning in the face. I love the hair, girl. This hair to get it to lay so flat, it literally looks like her hair.
Yeah.
I think she looks gorgeous. I love the concept of this.
Yeah, me too.
I like the dog. I think the dog's cute. This could have been a great pussy, but whoever airbrushed this went way too severe. It almost
Same.
makes her look like a Pinocchio, like a doll. A doll where it's like got the lines on it at the knees and the joints.
I'm a real boy too.
Yeah. I'm a real girl. I
Right.
I don't like that. It's kind of scary and very off-putting. I think if they would have just went lighter with it, it would have worked because I love the concept.
Yeah, me too.
That does bring it down. This could have been a great pussy. I'm still gonna give it a good pussy, but um, it's very off-putting with how dark the contour is.
Yeah, I agree. I think the bodysuit is too light colored to begin with.
Yeah,
And then whoever, like you said, airbrushed it, made it too dark. It looks like she's almost like real. When people get skinny and you start to see all the
amazing
shadows of the bones and stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
But I also like the fact that
One
she
of those
did a
things.
black dog because if I feel like if you would have done like a lighter dog, it would have shown more of the details of the dog and looked extra fake. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh, yeah.
But the bodysuit was what really, did not do it for me. But I do think that this is a creative look. When they ask for cake, people are all giving out like Marie Antoinette's and just showing their butts. But she came out and she was like, I'm going to give you a theme and I'm going to like make you love it. And she did. She sold it. But all in all, I gave this a good pussy just because it would be great if it was the right color.
Right. Moving on, we have Hormona Lisa. She comes out as Marie Antoinette, revealing cupcakes on her backside. I think we've heard last season
No
Michelle
more.
say no more Marie Antoinette. And here we are, another season, and we have two. Um, that being said, I'm not going to judge it based off of that. I'm going to judge it based off of what I see. Um, I like the colors of this. I like the pastels. I love the hair. The hair is made very well. Um, the costume itself looks a little like I rented it at a costume store,
Mm.
and it looks a little expected. Like if we were to say, "Oh, this is Marie Antoinette," this is exactly what somebody would draw.
Yeah, it's
Um,
very.
right. So
Yeah.
for that, I'm gonna say hit it and quit it.
Yeah, I agree. Everything you said was exactly what I said. The hair is beautiful. She even looks stunning in the face. Um, I don't get what the back is. Why does she have two cakes on the back like that?
Right, and she's doing like cupcakes.
Hmm. Meh. Meh. All in all, though, it is for me. It's a clean look, so I'm gonna say good pussy.
Okay. Moving on, we have Anya Nerve, and Anya comes out in this. It looks like a stretch satin or like a spandex, like a shiny spandex dress that's peach with a rhinestone corset, and she has a peach fascinator. She turns around and her whole booty is out. Oh, it has a leaf, and that reveals into her whole booty out with this little butterfly baby over the hole. What do you think?
Immediately when she walked out, I was like, "This looks cheap."
Oh,
The fabric also it was too shiny where it picked up every single like detail underneath the dress.
yeah,
The corset alone, you could tell because I have that corset. I bought it on Amazon. It's an Amazon corset, and I'm not knocking someone buying an Amazon corset and using it, but you gotta like embellish it where it doesn't look just like a corset that you bought. You know what I'm saying? It
yeah.
needs to look like something that you can't get anywhere else. And with that being said, this corset looked like that. And even when me and Ethan were sitting there watching, we're like, that looks like something that you buy. And then later on, Jules says it, and I'm like, thank God someone was thinking it because that's what it was. Um, I'm also like really weird about people wearing pads and doing what they're doing on the butt area
Mhm.
because we clearly it's a padded ass, I know, but they're treating it as almost if like it's their real ass, and they're like, there's a butterfly right on my butt, but there's no butt cheek,
Yeah,
butt crack, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So for me, I gave this a bad pussy.
Oh, damn. Well, I hear what you're saying as far as like the Amazon thing. Um, I
The dress is also too long.
I'm gonna say that this is probably a look that was on a budget. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you go on your first season, most people don't have a lot of money. I don't know what
Mhm.
her case is, but I'm just gonna say I'm just putting her in the same box that I was in whenever I went on, and I had no money.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I am judging this also in relative to other girls who had a put together look like Lydia. The backside of this is pretty even compared to Lydia's. I
Yeah.
do think that she tried to. embellish the corset with the peach fabric with a design, to make it look a little less Amazon-y in its rhinestone. Overall, I think it doesn't look bad. Could it be better? Yes. I don't love the little pasty thing on the butt, but I liked the leaf before she did that. And I'm gonna say good pussy.
Oh,
Is it great? No. But I comparatively to the other people, I also like the fact that she was in theme. It was
yeah.
peach. You know what I mean? Some people just came out with a look that they just pulled out of their closet and said, "Oh, I have a padded ass, so this works."
Yeah.
So I'm giving her some points. I'm giving her a little grace. I think overall, for a put together look, it's not bad. So I'm gonna say good pussy.
I also think that she could have bought a smaller corset because corsets have adjusting straps so you can like make yourself more cinched.
Yeah,
And this corset she bought is too large for her because it's completely closed in the back and there's no dramatic shape to her body.
yeah.
So I think that with no shape, the fabric choice, the dress is too long, the butt area, like to me it's not. It's looking crafty.
I understand. Moving on, we have Joella, and Joella comes out. She is the second Marie Antoinette of the day. She has pink hair. She has a pink metallic ensemble with gold lace detail. She turns around, and it is like a fetish dominatrix in the back. I'll give my opinion. I think the back of this looks extremely messy. The hair looks atrocious. The front of the look is not that great. The hair in the front does look pretty good, um, but it's not to the level of some of the other girls, and I'm just not living. I also don't get cakes from this. Like,
Yeah.
it looks like a bodysuit with, I'm not getting cakes. I don't know.
Yeah, me either.
The shape of how the black detail goes down the back and down her legs, it cuts off the shape of her butt and doesn't give it a butt shape. So it's not giving me cakes. Um, I'm gonna say bad pussy.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the hair in the back, I get like she's doing like a reveal look. So when you turn around, it's like a whole different look, even with the hair. But the hair just looks so fucking weird, like sticking out the back of her Marie Antoinette hair.
Yeah,
And I hate the earrings. The earrings are too damn much.
yeah,
Like they're just like sitting on her shoulders. Um, the look too, it looks very. It don't even really give me Marie Antoinette.
yeah.
The back of the dress or the back of the outfit too looks. I don't know. Everything you said too just makes sense. So for me, it's a bad pussy.
Moving on, we have Lucky Stars, and Lucky Stars comes out as a sponge cake. Not literally like cake you eat, but like her butt is a sponge. Um, I will say this is what I'm thinking with Lucky. We've seen several looks now, including like her entrance look, her first episode look, this look, her talent show look. Everything looks the same. It's the same. It's a bodysuit with an like a bad middle section that gives her no shape, like the corset part, which doesn't corset her, with
Yeah.
like a crusty, weirdly shaped low butt
Yeah.
and big headpiece. I love her type of drag. I just want to see some variety in the shapes of things and like the silhouettes and like not just colors. Like it literally I feel like if you were to take out the color in each of the look, they'd look almost the same.
Yeah.
Um and this isn't that appealing to look at.
It's not.
Um, I'm gonna say bad pussy, but I just hope that she brings different silhouettes. This is another one that the studs on the legs don't go all the way to the feet. She never finishes the look to the toe.
Yep.
Like, girl, you're making this yourself. You know how to do that. So, there's just too many things. I do like her drag. I just don't. I'm not liking the fact that everything's the same. So I'm gonna say bad pussy.
Yeah, I do like her drag too, like you said. I think that it's different. I know that Nina Bonina was one of the original people on Drag Race that did all the big paper stuff that was on her face.
Yeah,
But I do like that they're showing more representation for that type of drag because I do love it. I think it's very creative
yeah,
and it's different. But there's got to be some sort of way to embellish something like this to where it looks purposeful because the headpiece looks really cool. I love it. The makeup doesn't match perfect, but from far away, it still looks really cool. The bodysuit, like you said, it's just kind of all over the place. It doesn't go to the feet. She got a saggy ass. Um, I'm gonna give this a bad pussy as well, just because it doesn't look polished. There is so much potential for this to be fierce,
yeah.
but it's just a level of an eye, like having eye for
No,
embellishing
it's
something.
not even about it being crafty. It's about details.
No, because I love crafty
That's the
queens,
same
but
that's the same thing with Lydia, and that's the same thing with what you were saying with Anya. It's not about being crafty, it's not about making things yourself, it's about making the details. Like, to me, I think Anya did a better job than the other 2 with that.
it's just about having an eye. Like when I started drag, that was one thing that I watched from you when you would make costumes is you can never go wrong with asymmetry
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Like if you're making a look and you're like, "Oh my god, like this is probably going to be hard to make if I make it too symmetrical." Girl, go asymmetrical and make it
But
look
make
like
it
that.
purposeful, don't make it and then it is asymmetrical on accident, then it looks like Lydia's butt side where it's, like, cockeyed, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying though. But I get what you trying to clarify for the audience.
Yeah,
But this is one of them things where it's like there's no eye to what she did to this.
right, right. We're moving on to last in the runway category, and it is Susie Toot. And Susie Toot comes out in this, um, I don't know, Renaissance style dress. Uh, and then she drinks a potion, and then all of a sudden she grows donkey ears, and she takes off the skirt, and she has on donkey legs. And everybody knows a donkey is an ass. I will give her points for the creativity of that. Um, I'm gonna just go ahead and say what I have to say. I don't like this. I don't like the dress. Immediately it just looks matronly. It doesn't look pretty. It looks like you rented it from a costume store. And then I don't love the hair. I don't love the makeup. When she did the reveal, I do, like I said, I like the creativity of the idea of the reveal. I think that's really creative. But the fact that when she pulled those ears down and it looked like a piece of cheap ass fur, and she took off that skirt and it looked like a stuffed animal, girl, where are the details? Where make this look like a great example of somebody that did like a furry kind of outfit and it looked absolutely fierce was Simone when she came out as the fox. Remember from her season?
Simone, when she came
Simone
out
the
as the
Winner.
oh yeah, and it was oh it was like the proportions were real
Yeah,
dramatic.
real dramatic, and it didn't look like just some cheap fur. There was
Yeah,
design to it, there was detail to it. This literally looks like a stuffed animal that she just cut off the top and then put it on her body. It's lazy. It's
yeah.
lazy. The ideas are there. This costume is lazy. I hope she fixes her makeup because it's awful. I hope she gets out of this always doing short hair because it's awful on her.
Girl, you're saying everything I'm thinking.
She has a very long neck. I also have a very long neck. And when you wear really, really, that's why I don't wear a lot of pussycat wigs because they don't look good on me because I have a long neck. Um, y'all can sue me, but this is a bad pussy.
I agree. You said everything that I was thinking. I'm tired of these short ass curly Q wigs that she wears. They don't look styled. They look like they were pulled out of a wig bag and just put on.
Yeah,
The ears that she had pulled out, I was like, I literally had to like watch it 3 times to try to understand what she's doing. Am I a dumb bitch? Absolutely. Things go above, like right over my head a lot of times. I miss the pun and jokes. But girl, this if you have to like wonder like what the look is to a judge,
Yeah,
then it's a no. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, the dress too didn't look that great. The fur, like you said, looked cheap. All in all, like you said, where are the details? So for me, I gave this a bad pussy.
Yeah. Who was your favorite runway of the show tonight?
Mine, and I'm this might be I'm not being biased, but I think Sam's.
You think Sam's.
Yeah,
And then who is your least favorite of the night?
Acacia's.
Okay. My favorite runway was Lexi's just because it was very vibrant, it was different. I thought it was really well made. Um, I think Sam's was up in the top three. I think just because of the detail being lost did it for me. My least favorite is Akasha as well, and
Acacia.
Acacia. So I don't know why I keep calling her Akasha. Acacia and Susie is right there. I didn't like Susie's either. Now we're gonna move on to the talent portion. First up is Sam. Sam comes out and does an original song called Yeehaw. It's a country song. I'm gonna give my opinion and then we'll go from there. I think the song vocals are really good. Sam can actually sing. Like, this is kind of a campy song, so you don't really get to see her range. But I've heard Sam sing, and she actually has a really great voice. I like the fact that this is kind of camp. The look is very polished. The only thing about this is I wanted a little more with the choreography. She went out there and walked side to side and pointed a little, and then we got like that amazing trick at the end. But I wanted a little bit more. What did you think?
Um, we're on Sam, right?
Yes.
Sorry, I was reading my notes because I wanted to make sure that I was covering exactly what I wanted to say. But with Sam's number, I thought she has a great voice. The look was very clean. The whole performance in general was clean. There was nothing bad about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't awkward. She had a lot of like cute little puns where she was like, "Are y'all doing it? No, you're not saying." You know what I mean? Like she was interacting with the audience, and I think that's really important when you're doing something like that
Yeah.
because RuPaul wants to feel engaged. Like you want to be emerged in the performance,
Yes.
you know? And so I think it was really smart to do that. Was it a little underwhelming? Yes.
Yeah.
Because I expected more from her because I know what she can do.
Yeah.
But I do like when she went to the end and she did the big death drop and landed. All in all, it was a pretty clean performance.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Next up, we have Anya, and what did you think of Anya's performance?
at first, I was like, what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
Because the quality at first kind of gave me, I recorded this on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
But then, in the outfit, I wasn't really a big fan of the outfit at first, just because I was like, I feel like I've seen this outfit. But at the same time, when she came out and she started doing the performance and everything, the outfit kind of went with the number.
Yeah.
I really liked it. Like it kind of gave me TikTok dance vibes. Like I feel like I would see this turning into a TikTok choreography number.
Yeah.
Loved the puns. I liked the rapping lyrics. All in all, I thought it was good.
Yeah, I really liked. I liked the costume. I thought she looked really
I
good.
didn't think it was bad. I'm just saying I feel like I've seen it.
Yeah, I like it. I liked it. Um, I loved the song. I really loved the song. I loved the lyrics. It was catchy. It seemed like it was her vibe. She like you said, very TikTok dance. I wish, just like Sam's, I wish it had a little bit more.
Same.
Um, it didn't have enough tricks. It didn't have enough choreography. It did have some, but not enough. But still, it was still good. I still
Yeah,
thought it
I
was.
loved it. I was entertained. Dochi was entertained.
Yeah, I love the
Um,
song. The song was
I want to know if she wrote those lyrics or if she paid someone to write them. Because if she wrote them, that was fierce.
yeah. Up next, we have Crystal Envy, and I'll give my opinion. I thought the song was cute. I do not like the costume. I do not like. I hate when people wear nude fabric and it's like nude everywhere,
Yeah.
and with like I don't know. I don't. It just did. I did not like it. Um, I thought that the. I also didn't like the hair. The hair looked a little frazzled.
Wig store wiggy.
Yeah, it looked a little frazzled to me. Her makeup is absolutely stunning. She had all the tricks. This is where she made up for it. She had
Yeah.
all the tricks, and I liked it. I really liked the performance aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, I think it was pretty good.
Yeah. Everything you said, I agree with. Liked the reveals. I did not like the costume, but I liked all the roles and the tricks and stuff she did. It was good.
Yeah. Up next, we have Hormona, and Hormona's doing stand-up comedy. What do you think?
Meh.
Yeah.
Meh. I thought she has potential.
Mhm.
I think that there is something there because when I was watching her, I did laugh a little, but I also think that the way that they edited it, it was almost like they made it a little bit more in her favor.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if it was in person, it probably would have been like, "Oh, girl, this is uncomfortable,"
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So I thought this was a like a hit it and quit it for me.
Well, we're not judging it based off of that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if I could
Had to.
give it some sort of judge like that, because I don't want to say it's horrible.
Yeah. I thought she was pretty. I love the dress. Very old school pageant dress. Um, the comedy was not fully there.
Yeah,
Where are the jokes? I agree with you. I wrote down it has potential. Like you said, it had potential. It needed more time. This is the thing. I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but they only give you 60 seconds. Like it's not like a big performance and then they edit it down. No, you have 60 seconds. You can't do a comedy set in 60 seconds. You have to have enough
yeah, that's
time
crazy.
to set up the joke and hit the punchline and do multiples of those. And in 60 seconds, 1 minute doesn't allow for that.
Mm,
I would never suggest somebody to do stand up for a talent show because you only get 60 seconds.
yeah,
Um, that's just where I'm at for it. I mean, I think it was a risk, and unfortunately, this did not pay off for Miss Ramona. Up next, we have Corey King, and I'm going to give my opinion. I do not like the look. It looks like an Amazon cheap ass costume.
dress. Yep,
Um, but I love the song. I
me too.
love the song. It was so catchy. She didn't do much on stage, but what she did do, I was really entertained. There's something about Corey that really is eye catching and captivating. And I don't know, I can't pinpoint it
Well,
yet.
she's just got star quality.
Yeah, but um, even with the ugly costume, I loved it. I loved
Yeah,
Shake the Ice. It's on brand. It was funny. The song was good quality. She sounded good in it. I really liked it.
I agree. The one thing that I clocked was the outfit. The outfit looked really cheap. You could see her breastplate too when she was walking on the side. But as far as the song, I thought it was really catchy. I wish that she would have done more with the ice cubes on her belt because like the ice cubes looked a little like cheap.
Yeah,
But all in all, I thought it was good.
yeah. Up next we have Lena Geray, and she's doing a song and dance, an original song and dance. What'd you think?
Um, I didn't really care for it as much. I didn't think it was bad. I really liked the end when she did that high kick and she landed. I think that she's very talented and you can tell that she has stage presence.
Yeah,
But there's just something there that didn't really wow me. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, yeah, I was just a little bored until the end. When she did the high kick, I was like, oh, where's all that?
yeah. Everything you said, I agree with. I think that Um, she's very beautiful, very statuesque. When she does her high kicks and things like that, because her legs are so long,
She
that
looks like a
is
goddess.
impressive. And it's kind of like jarring because it's her. She's so thin, but like in a good way. Other
Yeah.
than that, though, the song it just was kind of meh to me. in the performance as well. It was just kind of middle of the road.
Yeah.
But I'm really liking Lana in this or Lana in this competition so far. I've met her at DragCon, and she's also a sweet queen. I really like her.
Yeah.
Um, moving on, we have last in talent. We have Lexi Love, and Lexi comes out and she's doing an original song and roller skating, doing choreography. Um, I'm gonna give my opinion. I loved her energy. I loved her tricks. She was very technically good with the roller skating and things. Um, the song was a little low quality, but overall, I lived. I lived. The fact that she did like 5 or 6 splits, like roll splits in roller skates, just was impressive by itself. The fact that she had so much control on roller skates around was impressive. She picked roller skating, which is very smart because RuPaul loves that. I thought she looked great. I thought this was great.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. She does this stuff in Louisville too.
Yeah,
It's like one of her things that she does that everybody knows, and I was really excited that she did it for the talent. Um, all in all, the outfit looked good. She gives me like club kid, like raver girl vibes
yeah.
with her energy, and I or like the way that her look looks. I love it. I was super gagged when she did the cartwheel and skates because I know how to skate. I used to be in a jam skate team. I used to do all the stuff that she does. And girl, doing a cartwheel and skates is scary because the bottom of your feet, they're like weights.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So when you go do that cartwheel, it slings your feet further over than you expect. So for her to be able to do that and have the control, especially with the splits too. She did like 5 splits in a row.
And
It was impressive.
she's
I was
tiny. She's a scrawny girl.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
gagged.
yeah. I thought it was fierce. So, who was your favorite talent and who was your least favorite talent of the night?
Favorite was Lexi's,
Mhm.
and my worst was Hormonas.
Exactly. Like to me, there was no denying Lexi. She just was fierce.
Yep.
And I don't think anybody toppled like Hormona. I feel like Hormona was just bad, and everybody else was kind of mid, and then Lexi was just top tier in
Yeah,
this category.
I agree.
Now, with the runway and the talent show taken into consideration, who was your top two and who was your bottom queen of the week?
So I think Sam should have been in the top with Lexi.
Girl, we have not talked about this. Same. I thought that Sam was consistent with her performance, and her runway to me was the second best.
Yeah, her performance was not great. Like I'm not gonna say it's not great because I thought it was good.
Was on par with everybody
Yeah,
else other than Lexi and
that's what I'm saying. It was in the same level as everybody, but also hers was super clean. There was nothing you could clock.
yeah,
And then her runway was it was clean.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all can sit here and say, "Oh, we couldn't see the detail in the dress," but when you look at the whole itself, not the whole itself. Speaking of cakes, but still, the structure and the way that it was made and stuff, impressive. Not to like toot my own horn, but I was really proud of that dress, and it looked good on stage. And then Lexi as well, like her runway was so good, and the way that it was just so creative. Her performance was really really good. It was something that I don't think we've seen skating on the show to that level.
No. And this is the thing. She dominated the whole episode, so everybody else was just playing catch up. So it didn't matter. Nobody else
Yeah,
mattered. Nobody else mattered. Lexi was the star of this episode. Uh,
yeah,
I will say that I'm not mad that Crystal was in the top two with Lexi as the actual top two. Um, because to me, Crystal, Sam, Anya, I'm trying to think of who else. That they were all kind of right there, like
yeah.
right
They were all neck and neck.
neck and neck for the second spot. So I wasn't mad about Crystal being up there. Who do you think should have been in the bottom totally?
I really think Hormona.
Yeah, I agree. And she was the bottom queen of the week. Um, we find out that the lip sync song for Lexi and Crystal is Alter Ego. And um, what did you think of the lip sync?
Um, Lexi ate it up.
Girl, ate it up.
She's a
Girl,
lip syncer. Girl, she comes from Play. Us girls that work at Play, and you know how this is, you worked at Connection with me. When you work on a stage like that, and we are pumping out like 6, 7 numbers a night, getting dressed in different outfits, working with so many different types of people, then we're having to do production numbers. Girl, it's not easy,
it
but
polishes you.
it polishes you, and it also teaches you to know what to look for, or know what the audience is looking for.
Yeah,
Because sometimes that could be a double-edged sword. It could, because working on a stage like that, you're working around audiences that expect almost like top 4 or top 40 energy.
yeah,
So it can get a little redundant and repetitive because you're like, oh my god, I got to do what we're doing this for money,
right.
and we got to, so it gets a little redundant, but at the end of the day it really teaches you to be polished, like you said.
And I will say, Crystal did hold her own. She did do a pretty good job. It wasn't a bad job from Crystal. It's just Lexi just dominated her.
Yeah,
This was
she ate.
Lexi's episode for sure. Lexi ends up winning the lip sync, so she is the winner of this week's episode. We find out that Hormona is in the bottom, and she has a lip sync against Acacia to Yes and by Ariana Grande. They're both in gowns. And
Girl, this
earlier,
should have been a double elimination.
earlier you had said that Acacia did a good job in the lip sync.
Yeah, but did I?
You did. You
When?
pulled the records, pull the receipts.
No,
Yeah, you did.
stop.
You did. You did.
What the fuck was I thinking?
No, girl. Maybe you meant something else, but I thought this was an absolutely horrible,
Stop. I can't believe I fucking
horrible,
said that.
horrible lip sync.
Y'all, if y'all are hearing this, read me for filth, because I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sitting here trying to go back. I was getting ready to really go in on this and be like, girl, this is a double elimination. Like, this was terrible.
It was terrible. I think that Hormona looked nervous. I mean, it's very few and far between that you see a girl look nervous in a lip sync because that's what we do. You know, we all
Yeah.
lip sync for a living, and she looked nervous lip syncing the song. And one thing I did
Made
like,
it as a big deal, though, if you think about it.
a lot of people uh, thought this was weird, but I did think it was a fun gimmick. Is that Acacia pulled a makeup brush out of
Makeup
her
brush.
ass. I thought it was funny. I thought it was a cool gimmick.
Me too.
At least she did something. But overall, this was a horrible lip sync. Acacia wins the lip sync, and that means Hormona is going to be um, booted out of the competition. But wait, is she feeling lucky? RuPaul gives her an opportunity to stay by pulling a lever. She has 2 in 10 chance of staying in the competition because there is a row of levers numbered 1 to 10. If she pulls the right one, Michelle will fall into a body of water, and that's called what is
The badonkadonk.
the badonkadonk dunk.
Yes.
And she ends up picking lucky number 7, and it was lucky. She dunked
Do you
herself.
think, sorry to interrupt, do you think that that was really attached to the water tank, or was it for TV?
Well, no, I definitely don't think it was attached to the water tank, but I think this is what I think. This is just speculation. This is me being a conspiracy theorist. Honey, just call me a Republican right now. Um, I think that the is it chocolate? The spinny wheel thing that where it lands on people's faces, the boxes that they bring out with the names of the songs, all of that is rigged. It's TV. They're going to put who they want to go through. But they put who they want to go through. That's my speculation. That's just me, and I'm not saying it's shady or anything like that. It's a TV show. You know, they're editing a TV show. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Um,
Yeah.
but um, we find out that she's going to move on. We're going to move. Speaking of moving on, we're going to move on to Untucked and just talk about a couple of things to put this all into one. Immediately, Joella is so freaking unhinged, girl. She is unhinged. She is unhinged. What's weird is she's so. There has been some delusional queens on Drag Race. She is the most delusional queen I think we've ever seen. She
Oh,
really,
absolutely.
she thinks she is Sasha Colby. Girl, she is judging these girls and giving them critiques and feedback like she is Sasha Colby. She is sitting on that couch telling these girls her opinion, even them telling these girls their talent shows are meh, and that their makeup is meh, and that their hairlines are meh. Sitting there looking like that, doing what she did in the talent show. Girl,
Girl.
girl,
Girl.
girl. Miss
Girl.
Miss Joella. No, ma'am. But I'm living. I love it. I think it's great. I think it's great TV. I think it's funny. I love watching it. It's delusional though. I'm like, no, baby. I saw Raja say something at a I think it was the Roscoe viewing party where she said booger. And I don't want to be mean, but girl, I'm gonna say crunchy. I feel like Joella looks a little crunchy. That's what I'm gonna say. Captain
Ooh.
Crunch, honey. That's her new.
Well, I got my life whenever Acacia was not Acacia, Hormona, she was looking around and she was like, well, do you know, who do you think is going to go home? Do you, do you know who you think? What do you think? And she's looking around and she's like, well, it's going to be you, girl.
Laughed out loud, girl. LOL, girl. It was
I literally cackled.
girl. Joella is good TV. If they don't put her on House of Villains or something like that, I mean, I don't know how far she makes it in the competition, but if she doesn't win this, like, girl, she's good TV. She's TV gold. That's why she's on
Yeah.
TV. She's crunchy as hell, and she's making good TV.
Yep. She don't
Um,
give a fuck.
I love the fact that she's being blunt. You know, I love bluntness. Everyone in this Untucked is unhinged. Girl, there is drama left, right, front, and center. Uh, uh, with all of this being said, at the end of the day, we've had 2 episodes. With this 2 episodes, not knowing, like, you don't know anything, it's not like with your connections, who do you think is going to win the competition based off of these 2 episodes?
I don't know. I think Lexi is.
Yeah. I think
I just think that her looks are polished. She's a good entertainer. She's good in the confessionals. You know, at the end of the day, it's about television. It's giving TV, and she's good at giving TV. So I think she's what they're looking for.
yeah. I think this obviously can change week to week depending on what people bring. Right now, I would agree with you. I would agree that right now in the competition, if we were to pick a winner, it would be Lexi. Yeah.
Yeah, looking like you said, judging by looking now at what we see.
Yeah.
Lexi.
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in to I Live for This review. I'm Trinity the Tuck.
And I am Chantel Sparkles.
Make sure that you go subscribe to this channel, like and comment on all of our reviews to be in the running for the merch package. Make sure you check out Chantel on all of her socials under Chantel Sparkles, as well as her hair page. This is a Chantel Sparkles original. That is a Chantel Sparkles original, also known as Glitter Bomb Wigs. And until next week, we'll see you then.
Might not always be close to me, but I'll meet you when we're 6 feet.